Okay, then I'm gonna look up a picture of my company logo.
Hello.
Hello. Good day.
Yes.
Or
Quick,
night. Or whenever you're watching.
or evening or morning, somewhere during the day. Even if you're watching this while you should be sleeping, which why would
Yeah,
you do that?
yeah. If you got homework to do, go do that first.
Or just this is background noise because we still want the
Yeah,
views.
yeah. This is background noise for you. Never mind what I said.
But if you're trying to, if you need to sleep, sleep. Because yeah, speaking from experience, sleeping 4 hours a night for 5 days is not good.
Whoa. Anyway, this time I actually got a topic.
Ooh,
Actually, first up, I got a job today, kind of, sort of, technically, in a way.
a job.
I asked my intern company if I can work there when we're done with the intern, and he was like, "Yeah, sure."
Nice.
That's not how it went. It was it was better than that. But so it's not official yet because I first really, it's first I gotta finish the intern and shit.
Is it
But after that, hmm?
is it kind of like, yes, you can work here if you actually get your diploma?
No,
Huh.
I just gotta focus on my, you know, on what I need to do for that intern first. Um, but topic for today: YouTube. Have you noticed that a bunch of YouTubers have made videos about like kind of how do you say that? Like how YouTube has changed and it's just crap now?
You mean the fact that overall the recommendations have gone downhill, which
Yes,
has gone
I've
for
I've
the
even
last bit?
because I've even seen some people say that straight up subscribers don't mean anything anymore because that's just not how the recommendations work anymore.
Also, have you noticed? Like I've noticed it with my VODs as well. If I upload a VOD, just basically a 2 hour video, it takes over a day to gain traction.
Sometimes, but that's not really what I'm on about. Because have you noticed that whenever you watch a video, there will be a video, well, first up on your homepage, you just get a bunch of stuff from people you've never seen before. But
Yes.
also, but whenever you watch a video, then on the right of it, specifically on the third video, at least for me, it's always on the third video, there is a video that has like 20 views with no thumbnail, with a very generic title about a subject you've never shown interest in made by someone you've never heard of before.
Huh.
Now, in a way, I think it's good that YouTube is promoting smaller YouTubers. And,
Yes.
we both are small YouTubers.
Yes.
But I feel if they want to do that, they should just make a tab specifically for smaller YouTubers where if you have above a certain amount of subscribers, you cannot appear on that tab at all.
Yeah, but who's
Because
gonna
right
look at that?
now, because I feel like the people that have already made it big, they should just like they've earned it at that point.
I guess. Yeah.
Because now entire channels are just dying because they're not getting recommended anymore.
Even popular channels have that.
Yes, that's what I mean.
Like, still, an example that I've used before, but I'm going to use again. The channel Life of Boris has just it became very popular all of a sudden, and then while still just still having fun and everything, slowly died out.
Mm-hmm.
And you could actually see in real time how it basically broken.
Yeah,
because yeah,
I even saw one, I think it was a British YouTuber, and I think he does like D&D stuff, and his channel is dying, and he apparently lives pretty close to like the YouTube headquarters there, and he just went there to ask them what was going on, and they basically just said, yeah, just go make a new channel because this one's dying.
so they're basically saying delete your old accounts because this one is dead.
Yeah, because they don't seem to recommend like niches and stuff anymore, which, like, I feel like if you are a YouTuber that is in a niche, that should, like, the people that watch that should just get you recommended because you make the content that they want to see.
Isn't that what an algorithm's for?
It should be, but well, the official way would be to say they changed it. But I'm gonna use the more scientific way of saying it. They fucked it up.
With a better term, they removed it. They deleted the algorithm to turn it into something dumb.
I don't know. So I hope they'll fix it, because this is obviously, look, it kind of has been going on for a while, but it's getting worse.
Yeah, it has definitely gotten worse over time.
So I am hoping that they'll fix it. And
we are hoping, yet we both know it ain't gonna happen.
I don't know.
Either the entire platform is going bust, or nothing changes because, well, it makes money, right?
Yeah.
And money has priority over everything.
Well, we will see.
Yeah, I mean, what I've also noticed, just the recommendations, like, it sometimes recommends something good, but it never recommends anything of quality. It's always just something that, especially if you're looking through shorts, which, fair if you do that, it sometimes throws in random live streams, and I have seen multiple times the bullshit AI, just crappy AI generated stories and animation, not even animation, just still images, generally involving The Incredibles, and it just looks and sounds horrible.
Uh-huh.
Like, it genuinely hurts to watch, and if I see it, I just swipe through it because you cannot dislike live streams apparently. If you find shorts you don't like, you dislike them and you get them, or get less of them recommended. But live streams you just have to swipe through.
Okay.
And also, I have been getting more and more shorts recommended to me, which have that split screen thing, where one half is just.
I don't really watch shorts.
Yeah, one half is like It's not even Subway servers or anything else anymore. It's people having like soap that they cut, or even just like those very satisfying things, which are just, wow, you crushed something, congratulations. That's just, and the other half is somebody else's stolen content, or it is, because I cannot imagine them doing it on their own.
Yeah.
Like, you make a little bit of content and then you purposely add more to it. Which, why? Why add those crappy TikTok videos of just people crushing something like a bit of sand? You know, that
I don't know.
they have some sand, they put it in, they put like a cookie cutter on top, they kind of make sure that it stays in that shape, and then they squish it.
Yeah, I don't know.
And apparently that is next to just somebody talking, because apparently the attention span ain't what it used to be.
Yeah, I don't understand that either, because I consistently watch like 2-hour videos.
Yeah, and I've been trying to get those off of my feed as soon as possible by just disliking them. Also disliking those Reddit stories.
I never dislike. I press like on like 95% of what I watch. And I never understand why other people don't.
Because you end up with a liked feed. There's an entire feed that shows you your liked videos.
I know, and why would you look at that?
Because the way I use it is basically, this video is funny, I'm gonna give it a like. Then
you
if
can
I
also
wanna
just remember it,
think of, well, are you gonna remember 1,000 videos?
Yes.
Oh yeah, name all of them.
That's not how that works. But if I gotta find something that I liked, I can probably do it.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's in a playlist which you can just look at, that makes it a lot more convenient.
Yeah, true, but I mean, you can make your own playlists.
Yeah, but I am gonna forget to add things to it, so half of it would just not be there. Yeah. I know myself.
Alright. Anyway, TLDR, YouTube, fix YouTube.
Wait, there's my hand card that I dropped there. It kind of went off the rails there. I wanted to make that corner, but the hand card can be fast.
Any other topics? Oh, I know one. I updated the jaw on my character. It moves now.
Yes. Which is an improvement.
Yeah, it's a pretty big improvement.
And if you were to do it with me, I would be very surprised, because how?
I mean, technically, I could add a mouth. You just see your teeth or something.
Yeah, let's not do that. Let's just no.
Anything else? Oh, right. Last time we were talking about animation and how there's not a lot of good Western animation anymore.
Yeah.
I remembered one.
Which one?
The Hello Neighbor cartoon. No, like, serious, the games fucking suck. But that cartoon is badass.
Well, the games didn't didn't used to suck, but then the developer made it overly complicated.
Well, when the full game released, it sucked, and then for the the second game is a big improvement, but they promised so much and they just didn't do them.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to have a game and that game has a lot of puzzles, but they're all so complicated that you basically have to do a tutorial.
Yeah. No, they mostly fixed that in the second game. However, some of the obstacles don't really make any sense. Like there's like one thing you need to get out of a bush, and you need to get that by like trimming the bush. But why can't you just grab it? Like it's just a bush. You can.
Well, you can.
It's sticking out. You can just grab it. You know.
Yeah. If it was like.
The puzzle makes sense. The puzzle makes sense. The obstacle just doesn't.
If it was like in the bush and the bush had thorns, then it would make a lot of sense to cut it out, because well,
there's even, if I remember correctly, there was even like a pair of scissors that you had to get to cut like some tape, or like the, what's it called, like the danger thing, like the yellow black stuff. You have to like cut that to grab something out of a closet. It wasn't even covered by that. You could just reach in and grab it, like you know.
You mean the tape that is used to? I just blew my traction motors because I'm stupid, and left my train forward while reversing.
Great.
Which means I'm trying to pull all the power to move the wheels forward while moving backwards. Trains don't like that.
But anyway, that cartoon, that they really just made for attention. I mean, they were even to MatPat, like, hey, analyze every frame. And then he did, like, he actually did, but in the correct way, and that he fucking, you know, he kind of made an example out of it, of like, don't just ask me to do things, because that's not how this works.
Yeah, that is true.
But the cartoon is really funny, unlike the games. It is actually kind of creepy at some points, unlike the games. And the neighbor is fucking badass. He's like a fucking slasher villain.
Yeah, but that's more of I think I've seen the term indie cartoon thrown around a couple of times to indicate, like, those.
So okay. It's kind of funny,
on the right.
They made a pilot for it, and then with the idea that like actual TV networks would hopefully pick it up.
Yeah.
And the pilot sucked. It was terrible. So none of them wanted it. But in a way, I think that helped them, because that means they didn't have to be restrained by that network. They could just do whatever they wanted with it. So it's still a kids show, but it goes so much further than you would expect from anything. Like, they have blood before FNAF ever had that. Like, for fuck's sake.
That's pathetic.
Yes.
I mean, sure, you have the indie cartoon kind of sector kind of growing because, well,
yes,
the big companies like Disney are
just Productions is awesome.
Yeah, but generally just like, of course, they upload a pilot. The pilot goes onto YouTube, that does well because those pilots get recommended.
Yeah.
And then you can make a series.
Yeah.
They started working on season 1.
Yeah.
But apparently that is not normal anymore. Apparently, or at least, like, go to a big company saying, I want to make this.
Yeah, but they need it to be viable, right? Like, they need to earn money from it. But the problem with that is that can limit creativity a lot.
A lot. It just limits creativity to just the most basic things.
And often they also it's so funny because shows that work within those limitations often don't do that well, and then indie is now it's now really taking off. because they can just do whatever they want.
Yeah. And I mean,
Which is good to see.
I saw a short about this, about Disney doing all the live action things while they have the
Yeah,
rights to the
so,
Muppets.
yeah.
They can make Muppet versions of all their things. That would of course, they're already milking out the series as is, but it would be a way to get a little bit more money.
Yeah.
Or they should take risks, because
yeah,
it's a big company. They can take a hit.
True, taking risks, that's a risk, you know, like.
Yeah, I guess taking a risk is a risky move.
I saw a trailer, I think yesterday, for like a new Dexter, I think it's a show, which I love Dexter. I've only seen like the final season, and it was really good. I'll probably watch the rest as well. But when I saw the trailer, which is basically about how he became who he is in the show, and I asked my dad, who had seen the entire thing, like, is that explained in the show? And he was like, yes, you see some flashbacks. So, you know, that's not really what the show is about, but it is there. Which, to me, just kind of sounds like this new show is completely pointless. Like even if it's good, like, I do hope that it will be good. But I would still think that it probably didn't need to exist, you know?
I can see where they're coming from, thinking, well, if this series, we can what can we do with it? Oh, we can explain the backstory a little bit more.
Yeah.
Then why not do that? Because they can kind of flesh out the character even more.
Yeah, but like, if it's not necessary for the story to work, then like, is it, you know, like that's one of the reasons that Mufasa is failing right now, is because we don't care about Mufasa's backstory. He was a great character, but how he became like that is not important for the Lion King story.
Yeah, it has to be irrelevant. If you make something entirely irrelevant to the target audience,
yes,
which, honestly, that is just what Disney is doing.
Yeah,
they are not catering.
Solo, like the Star Wars movie Solo. Like, honestly, it's a fine enough movie. Like, it's not necessarily bad. There's just no reason for it to exist.
Yeah.
Like, because you know how in the movies he just keeps mentioning like a bunch of things that he and Chewie did, but like they never explain it.
Yeah.
Well, that made him interesting, because then we would be like, oh, what would that have been? Oh, you know, what kind of adventures has he been on? And now we see it all, which means that, and what your brain can come up with is always more exciting than what the writers can come up with.
Yes.
So, because that's just how it works, because they're, you know, different people have different tastes, and because of that, this movie starts explaining all those things. And like, we didn't want to know. That's not, you know, that's not exciting to know. It was more exciting when we didn't know.
Yes. It's better to not know than to just know
why are you fucking fixing the screen right now?
Because I noticed it was not centered at all. So I'm fixing it live. There, better.
There's two of them now, Ju.
Oh shit. How did I? Yes. How did I manage to copy?
You know, this is on brand. This is exactly how these screens go at a company.
Well, you know something funny, right? So my company, the internship at merged recently, and 6 went to the other company, where they had to set up a presentation a little bit to show the latest project they were working on. And that also took a little bit because, well, they had to connect wirelessly, which is always fun. Technical
Okay.
problems.
I have a story for you. So, my cousin, I don't know what technically his job is at the moment because he just works all the time. He's mostly in the restaurant business, but he does some other stuff as well.
Yeah.
And he apparently does like does like the technical stuff for companies, like for meetings and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So he was hired by Huawei, the technical company
That makes phones.
to do that. Yeah, to set up like a screen and audio and all that.
Yeah.
So he gets there, and they immediately start being like, "Hey, the microphone doesn't work and all that," and and he's like, "No, okay, my audio guy will come in at 4:30. No, it has to work. No, 4:30. That's already how it started.
Great start.
And so these microphones, there were like 5 microphones, and they were very important to the meeting. That's what he was told.
Yes.
So he does the screen, he plugs it into the computer and all that, and he turns around, and the Chinese person just takes out the wire that he just inserted and puts it into somewhere else, and then complains that it doesn't work. Fucking great.
Fuck.
So, and then he was like, "Okay, I'll stay here." When they finally started, I'll stay here for if there's something wrong or anything like that. And also, of course, he was kind of curious to what was going to happen.
Yeah.
And those microphones, right, that were so important.
Yeah.
In the middle of this apparently important, according to them, business meeting, they started doing fucking karaoke.
Huh. No. Just no.
And they could not sing.
I would have just unplugged everything and walked away. You cannot pay somebody enough for that bullshit. First forcing you to basically do things when the audio guy comes in later, then fixing something, and then seeing one of your clients actively sabotaging your work.
Yeah. He was not happy.
You both got paid a metric fuck ton of money because, well...
Yeah. Also, he also mentioned that he put his code in, like, they basically, he and his audio guy, they had this, basically, like, the corner to themselves, like, that's where all the tech stuff was. The others had no reason to come there, so they put their coats there. And then somehow, one of these Chinese people was like, picked up so he came back to that corner when he was ready to leave, and his coat was not there. Because...
Let me guess, one of them arrived and put away the coat.
No, one of them had put it away because, how do I say this? I don't even really remember, but she was, I think she was just like, it doesn't belong there. It's like, dude, it's his stuff, he put it there, no one else has to go there.
From what I'm understanding, it's...
He had to go get his fucking coat bag from where she put it.
I guess there's a contract somewhere. I would think it would be there. Just
I think I don't remember where you mentioned she put it, but it just didn't make any sense.
yeah, that seems like a lot of fun. Not at all.
Yeah, I know.
It just sounds like you'd get very tired of that very quickly. And I would, if those were my clients, I would not work with them ever again because they are just too annoying to deal with.
You know, fair enough.
And actually, I was playing tech support today as well. Because when I left at work, they had a headset which, for some reason, did not give out any audio signal at all.
Great.
You could hear, you could be heard, but you just could not be, you could hear, but you could not be heard because the microphone just didn't work. And then I plugged it into my PC. And then I looked into the settings, as one does. It said it was there, but it also said not connected. It was plugged in. But those computers are apparently crap. I only have one 3.5mm front panel connector. So if that jack doesn't work, then nothing works. And also I'm noticing that my microphone is picking up my keyboard. Let's see if I can actually change that by putting the microphone way up.
Oh, you mean for your character?
Wait. Things are not working as they are supposed to. No, that won't work. I cannot put it more up because the cable is too short. But hey, at least... Wait, does this work? No, it still picks it up. Really? Oh, and I almost pressed my power button. I almost pressed the power button underneath my desk. You know, the one that I installed. Because apparently you can buy those. Well, I do need to pause the game if I want to set this up correctly again. There we go. I need to put a microphone more towards my mouth. Because my keyboard is just loud. Like, it is just... It is, I think, yeah, it is a mechanical keyboard, so it is going to be loud. So I guess you'll be... But I usually have NVIDIA Broadcast to kind of work that out. And usually it works, right?
Yeah.
But for some reason it does not. And if... Look, I can put it up... Wait, can I put it up on screen? Oh yeah, because I have just the game. Aha.
Maybe you can get the audio guy from my cousin to fix it for you.
Well, I have noise removal set to a maximum.
Just don't do karaoke and it should be fine.
I'm not one to sing anyway, so it should be fine.
Dame.
No. No, please don't. We don't know how strict Sega is with their... I don't know how strict Sega is with their copyright.
I'm fairly certain you can do with that song whatever you want.
The song is not
that song has been used in so many memes.
Yeah, at some point the song itself became a meme, yeah.
Understandably so.
Let's randomly start doing karaoke in the middle of.
Well, not just that, it's an actual like emotional song.
Yes.
In the middle of this like fucking violent simulator.
Yes. Why not? Changing the pace a little bit.
Yeah, no, I love it.
Why is my train still rolling backwards? And why is it? Where did the air hose go? Um, help! My air hose is gone. Where? Oh, there it is. It's back now. My air hose was gone. Which is weird because why would the air hose magically disappear and then reappear? Yeah, right now it's silent, but that's because I'm pressing my F key quite softly. As soon as I start actually pressing the keys with a little bit of force, then it starts to actually have an input. So I guess I have to 3D print a shield for my microphone. So it's the audio. That's actually not a bad idea. Because currently my mic is open. All directions. So audio can come from all directions. But if I use some 3D printed PLA, I can kind of wrap it around a little bit. So it deafens from that side. Would obstruct my view a little bit more, but I don't care. I have a dumb idea for the background next time. And I need some help from the viewers here. If you have any dumb 3D printing ideas, or just want stuff like drawn in 3D or 2D drawings even, leave it in the comments. Then I'll do them while on the podcast.
Oh, like that. I thought you meant for like the background for the room.
No, well, we can't. You can draw them.
Yeah, how about I don't?
Like, you can draw them, so there's a lot of thing to add, but then I'll just do the 3D drawing and then make 2D drawings of those 3D drawings to make sure that, depending on if they want to have it manufactured, of course, because if you're just going to 3D print it, you don't need 2D drawings or CNC.
I mean, I don't know. Depends on how often, I guess. And on what it is.
Yeah. Wait, technically we could you could ask money for this. Oh wait, isn't that what most companies that we do our internship at do anyway?
Kind of.
Like, people, especially with the company I work at, it's just company or person wants job done, or at least wants product designed, calculated. All stuff. A little bit tired. And then they just go to the company and ask, can this be done? I'm willing to pay money for this. Then the company says, it's gonna cost you about this much. Then you agree with that. Then within a certain amount of hours, you get your files, which is just either drawings or a 3D model, depending on what you're asking and what you paid for. Especially what you paid for, because if you didn't pay for anything, good luck getting something. Because people will not give you your product if you don't pay. Sounds, Sounds like it makes a lot of sense, right? First pay for your stuff before you actually get the thing. Same with grocery stores. You first buy the can of beans before you can eat the can of beans. Oh, there are some people that just don't do it all and just straight up eat the can of beans. Wait, oh, that way switch set. Wait, where am I on the map? I'm there on the map. Yeah, because I'm playing on a realistic difficulty in DRL Valley, I don't see where I am on the map. Which is a good and a bad thing. Personally, I don't mind it because as soon as you memorize some switches, or just think, alright, I just went past this switch after City West. Now I went past a second switch that went down. Now the next up should be to the left. It is, which the switch setter tells me. And then boom. I know which way I'm going. I think I'm still lined up to the harbor, so I'm gonna give it the beans. Stay in the theme of beans. That's a 30. Why does it go to a 30 kilometer per hour zone?
Did you have any more topics?
Not really. Apart the fact that I finally finished construction on the sidewalks close to my intern company because they were working on the sidewalk. And at some point on both sides, which meant I had to kind of walk on the street to get to the company. But now they're done. They're done putting some, I think, like, pipe work underground. Possibly some cables. I think cables, yeah. Is something that I also don't understand about the United States? The inability to install underground infrastructure. How difficult is it to put the cable underground instead of on a wooden pole? The wooden pole which can get hit, get blown up to bits. Leave the cables hanging and or falling. Which is a major safety hazard.
Yes.
And here in the Netherlands, well, not only do you not really have space to do that, because we're just very densely populated. The part that we do have is just for high voltage. It is just to basically bring it to neighborhoods. From there, it goes underneath the street and just goes to your house. It gives 230 volts. And allows you to just, do things like run a PC that runs OBS that records an episode of a podcast with two idiots talking about stuff. Instead of having to go above ground and oh, there goes the power because, well, there was a big wind.
I'm gonna go to the NOS website and see if there is anything there.
I have the app on my phone, right? So I can look there as well.
Yeah, but you are driving the train.
Next thing I'm driving. Perfectly capable of doing that. As long as I don't miss the 30.
The Mona Lisa gets its own room or hall. I thought it already had that. Wasn't the Mona Lisa in like the only painting in that entire room?
Nah, I'm not sure.
I don't know either.
Have they thrown
There was
soup at the
actually.
Mona Lisa at some point?
Hmm?
Have they tried to throw soup at the Mona Lisa at some point?
I think so, yeah.
I'm just
There
gonna
was
guess
glass
if
in
we're talking
front
about
of
a
it.
painting if they're throwing soup at it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did try that, but there's glass in front of it, so like I don't even
Just like all
know.
paintings, because they know people will try that dumb shit.
No. It was at the no, not necessarily. But for the Mona Lisa, it has always had glass because of how important it is.
Yeah, and they want to preserve it for people doing dumb shit like throwing cans of soup.
No, I think it's because it was stolen at some point.
Yeah, it's to prevent theft and keep it safe from things accidentally hitting it.
It was kind of funny. The Mona Lisa appeared in Castlevania Nocturne, and then Alucard, who was, he's a half vampire. He's Dracula's son. He was like, yeah, Da Vinci was a brilliant man. This is not his finest painting, in my opinion. Like he had known Da Vinci and stuff.
Yes.
Also, I do agree. Like the Mona Lisa, it's important because it was made by Da Vinci. But if you actually look at it as a painting, it's not that interesting.
Yeah, it is just image of women.
Yeah, like it's good, don't get me wrong, but there's nothing super special about it.
So speaking of news, I did saw news like on TV about somebody that the government decided could still work, right? Because if you cannot work, if you are physically unable to work in the Netherlands, you can get like money from the government. The government deemed him able to work, even though he had a form of cancer and was and some other stuff which left him unable to work. The government thought he could work with like assembly for like metal stuff. Like, sure, you can work with metal, you can work with steel, right? You can assemble shit, right? Even though he was literally in, one of those booster things, right? Those four-wheeled, battery-powered.
Yeah.
When I say wheelchairs, did it count as a wheelchair?
Yeah.
Even though it wasn't one of those, the government still decided you can work.
Did you see? There's like a new type of wheelchair, and it's like you like lean forward and then it goes forward, and then you lean back and it goes back and stuff.
Sounds kinda dumb, honestly.
Okay, okay. So on the surface, it looks pretty cool. My only thing is, what if you run out of battery? Because it doesn't have the wheels to like then start pushing yourself,
Yes.
So.
And also, what if you lean forward too much? They'll just gain a massive speed as you fall out of your wheelchair on the floor.
I would assume there's like a pretty hefty limit on that.
Still, some people try to lean forward too much and just fall out of their wheelchair, or they suddenly have to brake and they just flop back, or just fall on their back, trying to stop the thing from running into something. And what if you accidentally lean forward?
Good question. I'm assuming you can like turn it off or something. That you can have like a brake on it.
Like, why not just go for a normal electric wheelchair, which has a joystick to move it forward, left, right, or back? Or if you want to just be stupid, just add WASD to the wheelchair. That would be funny. Just have a little keypad on the wheelchair
Yeah.
with WASD, and you have Q and E for like. You have Q for the lights, and you have E for like a horn. That would be funny.
Yes.
Or add jets to the side of your wheelchair. Totally not a Happy Wheels reference at all.
Right. Sure, how about you don't go into the wheelchair industry?
Understandable. Yeah. I probably shouldn't.
Surely someone has done that, and they've like, surely someone has motorized a wheelchair at some point for like a race or something.
Wait. Do those... Hold on. I need to look this up.
I feel like that would be like a checkpoint thing or something, you know?
Hold on. I do need to check my speed because it's going into 40 soon. Wheelchair race. Racing? It's an actual... It's an Olympic sport. Yes, Summer Paralympics. I need to slow down because there's a 40 there and I'm doing 50. Wheelchair races do exist, but it's Paralympics. I'm talking about electric wheelchair racing. Electric... Does it exist?
Probably, I don't know.
Not really. Sadly, it doesn't really exist. Electric wheelchair racing. Well, Joanna, what we're gonna do? Motorize a normal wheelchair to actually be overpowered.
Yes. Absolutely. For emergencies.
You know bikes exist, right?
No. I mean, like, if you're in a wheelchair and you're, like, attacked or something, because in a wheelchair you're kind of defenseless, so then you can just, like, boost away.
Or boost towards somebody. Like, are you trying to get away? Not today! She full speed.
I'm just imagining the armored core boost into somebody, but with an actual wheelchair.
Well, considering electric motors deliver instant torque.
Yeah. If your motor is good enough, you totally can just go from 0 to well, at least 50.
I would go for 30, because if you have somebody running away, you would only need to go 30 kilometers per hour to absolutely smash their ankles.
You do gotta aim, though.
Yeah, that's optional.
Also, you need some impeccable balance on that wheelchair.
Suddenly doing a lot of flips. This was not calculated. Still gonna do it, though. What, do you think I'm smart? I'm an engineer, that means I like doing technical stuff. Even if that means having questionable morals. If it sounds like fun, it probably will be.
Would it be powerful enough to like launch yourself.
So all of a sudden it stops and you just fly out.
No. I mean, with the wheelchair, like you just fly, you know, like you just launch yourself with the wheelchair, like basically like a jump, you know, like you.
Good question. If you
Like
have
you just get.
Ooh. If you have suspension that you can change the height of quite quickly, you can basically make the wheels just push down all of a sudden, pushing you up, causing you to jump. Jumping suspension.
Honestly, well, depending on the speed, all you need is a bump in the road.
The problem is you have no control in the air.
Yeah, that is true. But the impact if you hit someone would be better.
You headshot somebody with a wheelchair.
Those are style points right there.
And it's also a sentence I never thought I was going to say. Imagine coming up for it, like, what happened to you? I got headshot by a wheelchair. Also, could you claim it? If you were attacked first and then you take revenge on them by hitting them in their head with a wheelchair, could you claim it as self-defense?
This is a more ideas for my joke comics.
Yes.
After the katana,
Yeah.
we can have the self-defense wheelchair.
Wait. Oh, I have a bad idea now.
What?
It involves the handles of the wheelchair and electricity.
Well, they have boxing gloves.
Yeah, but like, you try to grab the handles of the wheelchair, but you get electrocuted instead.
Why?
The self-defense.
If you're in the wheelchair, then you'll just electrocute yourself.
No, because just the handles at the back. Like, where somebody can push you by.
Oh.
Because, honestly, trying to kidnap somebody in a wheelchair is pretty easy if you can just push them around.
Yeah, probably.
You can just... Alright, you're going on this train now. Look.
Yeah.
Obviously, disclaimer, don't do that. Just...
Well, but you don't need to have that electrocuted if you have a motor that can just propel you forward all of a sudden.
Both. Because if you put electricity through muscles, they tense up. And if you then launch away...
Drag them along.
So this is what happens when two engineers start messing around with dumb ideas. You get stuck to... Or you can use glue as well. But electricity is funnier because they can just let it go while you're moving.
The title for this episode: YouTube algorithm and wheelchairs.
No, YouTube algorithm and wheelchair abuse.
YouTube algorithm and self-defense for crippled people.
YouTube algorithm and wheelchair self-defense.
Yeah. Dude, can we get wheelchair... Actually, there probably exists wheelchair martial arts. Actually, no, it does. You have wheelchair boxing.
Like,
dude, imagine in wheelchair boxing, you just suddenly launch at your enemy. Or at your opponent.
Are we just turning this into robot fights?
Almost. It can be a surprise attack, you know, like you just suddenly are in their face.
Like, what's next? Adding a bit of like a ramp to it that can flip up so you can tip them over.
Like that one car in GTA.
Like, if you look at if you look at like some battle robots, they have like a ramp where they can kind of go underneath,
I
and
get
then
it,
the
yeah.
ramp lifts up rapidly, flipping the target.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Like that's funny. Also, you would need people in wheelchairs, which, with the nature of this of what we just thought of, would not be difficult.
Mm-hmm.
It would not be difficult to get the people in the wheelchairs.
True.
Considering they're gonna be dragged along at 30 kilometers per hour while having their hands stuck to the handlebars of the wheelchair. A handbrake applied? No.
Joe, I unironically love this idea.
Well, we have the software to draw in 3D. We know how to calculate engine power. So
Exactly.
all
So
we now
we
need
just
is air resistance.
So now we just need money to build it.
I'm sure we can find the funding for this.
So support us on Patreon, and we don't have a Patreon.
No. Like I'm half thinking of making my own for the channel Bush Person.
I don't know.
Which, by the way, follow, subscribe, watch, do all the stuff what you would do on YouTube and on Twitch. You know, a shameless plug. Gonna have at least one of them every episode.
I think what I want to do is like, for my comics, just have them be free on the internet. But like, if people want a physical copy, then they can buy one, you know, because that costs money, because, you know.
They can buy the physical copy of a comic they can get off online for free, and
yeah, but like if they want to, because I prefer to have books physical.
I would abuse that by just having a normal printer and just printing stuff.
No, I would probably figure out how to set that up with a website to go to a printer. Unless I like actually publish one, in which case obviously you can't have it free on the internet. But for the most part, I don't think I want to do that, because I want creative control, you know?
Creative control, you say?
Yeah.
Wait, did I even turn the music on? No.
Awesome.
Going for an hour. I haven't turned the music on at all.
Great.
I am a genius.
Oh my god.
Sometimes my genius is...
But
it's almost frightening.
But yeah, though, because I think some of the ideas I have, a publisher would just not be happy with.
That one story you made? Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that was like nothing. Because I actually have a pretty good idea of like what happened before that.
I would not talk about that right here. Not while we're recording.
I don't think I will.
I would like to keep this channel going. Thank you very much.
Subscribe so that maybe in years you can be there when I release the comic, but that's it.
Or if this platform is still alive, but at that point.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're gonna have to go to other platforms.
Yeah. I was trying to make. I think it's called Utreon now, but I think at the time it was called Player. I tried to like upload to there as well, but it was so weird, because you couldn't you on that. I don't know how that is now, but you couldn't just make an account and start uploading. Like you had to, what do you call that? You had to apply basically.
Huh.
And so I did. And then they in the application it's like, what is can you show us your YouTube channel and all that. And I did, and then I got the response like, we don't feel that your channel would what was it again? Would expand our platform meaningfully. But this was like quite a long time ago, and I had like probably 30 subscribers or something on YouTube. There were people on there with less, which, so I guess that's not what they meant then. But also, if you want to grow your platform, why do you need to then apply to wouldn't you grow your platform by letting everyone upload?
I guess not. I mean,
I don't know. I don't know how it is now.
that's the approach YouTube is taking right now, right? Just everybody can upload and everybody can enjoy.
Yeah.
Unless you're making stuff that is not good for advertisers, then you're gonna get recommended less because you're not as interesting financially.
Yeah. Have you noticed there's like also we're just going back to YouTube again. There's like less and less words you can say on YouTube.
I haven't noticed that, no.
Well, because I watch some videos about some pretty hefty topics sometimes. But for instance, like apparently abuse can now get you demonetized.
So
Like get the video demonetized. Like why?
We're not allowed to talk about our problems anymore.
Like I can kind of understand it for slurs, like sure. But
it depends on how they're used, honestly.
True. But like, you're not. I don't think you're allowed to talk about unaliving yourself. Which is kind of weird.
I guess.
Apparently abuse is forbidden now. Like I don't get that.
Well, I can kind of get it. Like they don't want people to tell others to commit Sudoku. You know.
Yeah. No, I get that.
Which Sudokus are fun.
Also topics that, in some instances, can be important to talk about.
Yeah, if you start blocking those, then you're kind of becoming part of the problem. Because that's the whole thing. You need to talk about that stuff to keep people alive. Literally, you need to talk about it to keep... Because if you make it this taboo, then nobody's going to want to talk about it. Nobody's going to just do anything with it anymore because, well, you're not allowed to talk about it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Turning YouTube into not a safe space anymore. I mean, of course, nowhere online is a safe space.
That's fair, yeah.
Like, you can be called slurs out of nowhere. Which, oh no, that can happen.
Yeah. I've never been offended by words. And it's not that people have never said mean things to me, I just don't care.
I found a perfect solution to that. Just see them as jealous. Then it becomes 10 times funnier. Because when they start just saying mean things, you're thinking like, oh, they're just jealous that I do have that, and I am not insecure about it. I'm confident, and they are not. That makes you feel a little bit better, like, huh, apparently I am more confident than I thought.
I see.
Because at some point, I've had people make fun of my right arm, which, for those who don't know, has nerve damage from my birth, so it looks a bit funky.
As represented in your plant.
And not entirely, but close.
You suggested it.
Did it again. Yeah, but it's not entirely 100% correct, but decently correct.
I know.
But I was just walking home, and two girls made they just laughed for some reason, quite loudly, and started publicly making fun of my arm, which I found weird because we could do that publicly while I'm walking past you. Just do it behind my back, make sure I don't hear it,
No,
and I won't notice.
Rude.
They just did. I had my headphones in. I was talking to my dad as well. We were calling, which makes sense, right? You're calling. I was wearing headphones, so tingly earbuds, wireless.
I really think you should just like work out and become that one, like that spear guy from Asterix.
No. No. No matter how many times you're going to ask that, the answer remains no.
It would be funny though. We just had a conversation about motorizing fucking wheelchairs because it would be funny.
Yeah, my legs are still okay.
And you're willing to do that, but you're not willing to train your good arm to just be buff as shit.
No. Like, after they've kind of just laughed at me, I thought like, huh. I guess they lack loving parents. Which, if you think about it that way, makes it a million times funnier.
Okay.
Because then you realize, huh, they're making fun of me, but I could make fun of them as well, if I could. Or if I wanted to, I could. But I won't, because I'm a decent person that doesn't make fun of people who are, you know, lacking some other stuff.
I just don't give a shit.
Yeah, I guess so. You don't have to give a shit, but it is some
surprising because, like, you know, I am autistic, and usually that means you are more emotional, which it can apply. I think what it is for me is just when I feel an emotion, it's just more intense than it is for most people. But I guess if you just never get hurt by anything, you just don't feel that or something.
I kind of often just start insulting everything about you and just seeing and just like writing down what does and what doesn't hurt you.
Well, probably nothing, because I know you don't mean it. That's the thing.
I'm gonna have to hire random people to start insulting everything about you and just...
Well, good luck, because they won't find me.
If I just tell you where you live, you're probably at home anyway.
Why would somebody go out of their way to go all the way here?
That is true, you don't live in the middle of nowhere.
Just to say something mean and then go back.
Honestly, that is a power move.
Honestly, I would just admire that.
You have to admit, that is a power move. Just traveling all the way just to insult somebody.
Like, I, would- I would just not even be mad. I would just be fucking impressed by their determination.
I'm probably a tad bit confused, like, why would you do this? Which would basically remove the entire purpose of doing the thing and of insulting you from the beginning, because, well, I just found it funny.
Yeah.
Which means it's useless now. Because it doesn't have an effect, because it was funny. So then the effect of insulting didn't work.
See? I am invincible.
So if you're getting insulted, just think of it as funny. And then boom.
Yeah. Isn't that like a saying, like, life is one big comedy or something like that?
I don't know. But the first thing that came to my mind was always look on the bright side of life from Monty Python.
Oh, isn't that in Joker a quote? Like life is a comedy.
I don't know.
Dude, I love Joker. I still have not seen the second movie, and I don't want to see it because I hear it's fucking terrible. Which I already assumed. Like, before we even got to see anything of it, the moment they were like, we're making a part 2, I was like, that's gonna be so terrible, because this movie is just not set up to have a sequel at all. And then they announced that Harley Quinn would be in it, and then I just knew that it would be shit, because it just would not fit the tone of the first movie at all.
I feel like these movie makers just need to make movies better in some way.
Yeah.
Like focus more on the plot instead of the characters.
Characters are part of the plot, Jew.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just focus more on...
Did you see that they announced... I don't know, actually I don't think it was an announcement, but it was like, you know how there's gonna be another, like they're gonna make a Harry Potter TV show?
Oh
Which
boy.
Already, I don't understand why, because, like, the movies are really good. Like, if you like the books, then you like the movies because they're, like, almost perfect.
Not entirely. They do the movies skip out on a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, they do, but that is also the nature of adapting a book into a movie. But, like, especially the casting in those movies is just amazing, you know? Like, these actors just are the characters for the most part. There's, like, I think only one I could name that is different. And that's, like, I forget her name, but in the 6th book, there's, like, the bitchy teacher.
The 6th book or the 5th one?
No, I think the 6th. There's, like, the teacher, I think she's described as like a frog or a toad in the book. And she's like supposed to teach them defense against the dark arts, and they're like, well, but the dark arts aren't used at all anymore, so we're just only gonna do the theory and not practice at all.
Wasn't it the 5th book?
Is that the 5th book?
I feel like that's the 5th book.
I thought it was. I don't know. It might be the 5th actually, yeah, now that I think about it.
I'm just gonna go with the handcart to go to the museum.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Trains.
Okay. But anyway. But they're making that TV show now, which doesn't make any sense because the movies are perfectly fine. But they then announced some of the people that were like considered for roles, and the person that they were considering for Snape does not look like Snape at all. You can guess where this is going. So
let me guess. Disney?
No, it's not. I think it's HBO, if I remember correctly. But basically, and now I have nothing against this actor because I think I have seen him before that they, you know, who they wanted to cast. But he's not Snape. Snape is very well described in the books because he's such an important character, and that actor that plays him in the movies it's just him, you know.
Yes.
It literally just is him. And you know, it was very funny because the Critical Drinker in one of his live streams, he was like, if you're gonna do this, then also I dare you to cast like a mixed race as Hermione and call her a mudblood.
Yes.
Do it, I dare you.
I'm still gonna derail at some point. I'm not sure how fast I'm going. All I'm knowing is speed.
Also, fucking Harry Potter is good and all. Like, I'm not a super big fan of it, but you know, it's good. The books are good, the movies are good. J.K. Rowling, I don't like her.
Me neither.
Which apparently is a pretty popular opinion.
Yes.
Like, she should just shut your mouth on the internet. Just
like, you made the stories
that's good story.
You made the stories that's all you needed to do. Now disappear.
Yeah, exactly.
You did your job.
Yeah.
Quit while you're ahead.
By the way, did she write anything other than Harry Potter?
Not sure.
She probably did, I would assume. And I mean, I know there's some extra books in the Harry Potter world, but like, did she do anything outside of that?
I don't know.
Let me, I'll look it up. I'll check what she's done.
I haven't derailed yet is a surprise to me. I'm probably gonna go off here. I'm riding the flanges.
Yeah, she has done some other stuff. The Running Grave. The Christmas Pig. The Casual Vacancy. I've never heard of any of this.
I'm gonna see if I can derail here. Whee! It can actually, I think I can actually move this now. Oh well. I'm at the museum once again. Which train should I paint? Do we go for the small steam locomotive, the big steam locomotive, the small diesel mechanical, or the tiny diesel electric. What train do I paint to make it? I guess I'm gonna go for the small steam engine. All I have to do is give it a nice, like a paint. There we go. Then I think I have some more paint cans. Yes, I do have another 3 paint cans. Smart. I bought paint. Even though this paint is 30,000 a can. There we go. Ooh, looks pretty. Look at how good this looks. Alright, this is now painted, which it looks magnificent. We have now 2 painted locomotives here. I guess big steam engine? I do need a couple more pans of paint. Yes, cans of paint. Can you tell I'm getting tired?
Did anything else happen in the world?
Don't think so. Also, I had to change my air filter from IKEA. Because I have one of those air filters in my room, because my room can get dusty. So I decided at some point, let's buy an air filter and see what it does. I now have that filter. And it is... I don't know for how long I've had it, but it recently clogged. Like yesterday, it started showing the light which says replace filter. So then I replaced the filter. Whoa, 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 whoa. I should probably turn off these lights. They're bright.
Well,
look at this. We're making progress here. We're getting everything painted and ready. And then all I need is those 2.
Nice.
But now back to the hand car, because I want... Let's actually take a look at the world map. If I go...
Anyway.
Here. I'm gonna go here to see what's there, because I kind of want the micro shunter. So you either have to look all the way up here, which... Hand car go brr. And I don't think there are any other apart from here, so I have to have 3 keys. I have 1 and I have 2. I also bought light bars, even though I didn't want to buy them. Oh wait, I did buy some other stuff, which is the overheat protection. I bought an overheat protection, but I didn't install it into the train. How stupid am I?
Yes.
I bought the protection and didn't use it. There's one stupid way to get children. You buy the protection and don't use it.
Do I hear experience, Jules?
No, because even though I make a lot of dad jokes, I'm not a dad. And I wouldn't want to be one, because I probably wouldn't be that good of a dad.
Yeah, I don't know.
It requires a bloody mount. Where, let me get out of here.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind having children. I just don't want to raise them.
Fair enough. Completely
Like,
understandable.
They can come back when they're like 15, 16 and can behave themselves.
Well, technically you can as an 18-year-old adopt a 17-year-old.
I know. Wasn't that a thing in America that they like someone there was like a family and then they adopted I think a Ukrainian girl? I think she was Ukrainian. Like years ago. And they thought that she was 8. That's also what her like ID said. But
Yeah.
apparently that was a false ID and she was just like she was 18 years old. She just was very tiny. You know, she looked like a child.
Yeah. This is big brain time.
And she was like crazy. I don't know the specifics. I've seen like a trailer for some kind of documentary or something. That she straight up had like a knife and stuff.
There's my drill.
Anyway,
Yes.
it's been 1.5 hours and I think we're running out of topics again.
I've been recording for 1 hour and 31 minutes, and I'm drilling holes in my train.
Exactly.
Because I'm installing overheat protection because I don't want my locomotive to overheat when I inevitably start grabbing too big of a load.
But I think we can start ending it.
With what outro?
Yeah, shit, you have the stop recording button. I can't just cut it out.
Just means that I can just keep it going for as long as I want.
Well, I can just leave the office, you know? There's a door.
Yeah, but why would you go through the door if you can go out the window? Oh wait, we don't have windows.
There's just one complication. The door is probably off screen, and since we are 2D characters, we can't really change axes.
Yes, so you're stuck here.
Like, if we want to adjust something on that wall, like, that's a problem.
Okay, so when I reduce when I'm at 105, or cut when I'm at 105. There we go. But I guess we can do an outro. So make sure to interact with the content in the sense of not only thanks for watching this, but also make sure to like, subscribe, and comment if you have any good 3D printing ideas. Small ones, please. Or drawing things. Make sure to leave them in the comments. Feedback's also welcome. And also follow and subscribe to BushBlade on YouTube and Twitch. And yeah, same with Obsidian Blade 266 on YouTube and on Twitch as well, if he ever streams there again.
Well, apparently the internet might get fixed.
Finally.
So maybe I can stream again like next week. I don't know. I would like to. Ender Magnolia just came out. I could stream that. I already recorded one episode. I recorded and edited, but I think I'm gonna do the entire game first and record and edit all of it, and only then start releasing it. So there's not giant gaps between episodes.
Yes. Just if you could stream, then we can finally stream together again.
Yeah. Well, I'm mainly looking forward to just having a chat again, because, you know,
if you have one.
Nice. Yeah, true.
That is, I've come to that realization as well. Sometimes you don't have a chat at all and it becomes very lonely.
Yeah, true. But it's, you know.
Even though you have viewers, many people like to lurk because, well, you're just background noise. Or people are watching you.
But if I can, like, I think I will first do a test stream of something that I don't particularly care about recording. just to see if the recording gets corrupted again if I do that.
Your recording got corrupted?
Well, it started lagging if I did it for over like an hour.
And only stream for like an hour.
No.
And then stop and then stream again for like an hour.
No. Actually,
Then
that
stop.
didn't even fix it. I think I tried that at some point. I just didn't fix it at all.
Aw. That's sad.
Well, no, I did. Okay, I didn't like stop the stream, but I would just stop the recording and then restart it. But that didn't help.
But oh well. I guess we'll just.
Oh, actually, one more thing. Is the fucking Discord server fully functional now? Because last time you said you would do it in the evening.
Did I specify which evening?
Yes, the
Shit.
same evening we did the recording.
Well, I didn't do it. So I'm gonna do it an evening.
Right.
Leave it unspecified.
So you can still join the Discord, but you can also still not do anything. Great, now we have a fucking green screen in the background.
Yep, which is an indication that it's going to
Right.
end.
Yeah, I usually cut the recording before I end the game.
So well, guess I'm gonna end the recording then.
Alright, bye.
Or should I not? Hey, I have that power. I can keep it recording forever as long as I keep my PC turned on.
Yeah. Well, you can record it forever, but you can't upload it to YouTube if you do
I'll cut it in parts
that.
and just have 4 hours of silence.
Nice.
Yeah. See
4
you.
hours of silence to study or relax to.
Yes. Yeah. I guess I'll see everybody next week. Back here in the office for yet another meeting, I'd say.
Yes.